Hey guys, what's up? It's Ryan here, and today we are going to do first impressions on the Lenovo Duet. Now, the reason why I wanted to make a video about the Lenovo Duet is because it's a really interesting tablet laptop hybrid. If you don't know what this is a Chrome OS tablet that is kind of a tablet and kind of a laptop. It tries to merge both of them. It actually does it better than I expected it to, but at the same time, I'm like, I honestly would still buy an iPad. So if you want like the climax of this, I personally would still buy an iPad if it was just my decision. However, that does not make this a bad product. So I'm going to go into some of the things I like and some of the things I don't like about it. This is not a review. I'm going to do the review next week. Just know I'm going to be out of town for around 8 days, so I won't make videos for the entire, not this week, but next week I won't make videos. So I wanted to kind of give you a little bit of context. I'm basically going to Arizona for around 8 days, so I won't be able to make videos. However, that does not mean that we cannot review this puppy. I'm going to review this thing and then post it on Friday, so you guys can get a good look at the Lenovo Duet. The Lenovo Duet is a very interesting tablet because not only is it a tablet, but it's also a laptop. Now, with other things in the past, I was not a big fan of how it worked because you always had to buy the keyboard case and the back cover separately. The cool thing about the Lenovo Duet is that it actually comes with the keyboard and trackpad. So that is an advantage to the iPad per se, because the iPad does not come with a keyboard or a case in the box. But Chrome OS on a tablet, guys, it's not there yet. It's better than I expected it to be. So, what I mean by that is that it's a little bit more optimized than, I would say, Android on a tablet. So, as you guys can see here, I'm on eBay. You can swipe up to go home, and you have your app drawer. Kind of like iPads. The only difference is
This is the Enokim.
Sorry about that, guys. But, told you, this is the first impression, not a review. But, this thing is just, it works as a tablet. I just wouldn't use it as a tablet. Another advantage the iPad has over this is that it has a pencil. You can draw on it and all that stuff. That was one of my favorite features of the iPad. Fortunately, you cannot do that on the Lenovo Duet. There's no pencil for this thing. There's nothing. You can't magnetically attach it to the side. Nothing like that. Now, the reason why people are going gaga about this thing, absolutely gaga, is because of what I mentioned earlier. It comes with a keyboard, it comes with a case, but also because of the specifications for the dollar. You're getting a quad-core CPU. In my review, I'm going to give you full details on it. All I know is a quad-core CPU. It's pretty much the same performance as an A10 chip, so that can give you a round scope of where this chip is. It's around the same as an A10. It's a little slower than A10, but you can like kind of categorize it with an A10 chip. So, pretty much runs an A10 chip. We can just pretty much say that. It also comes with 128 gigs of storage and 4 gigs of RAM, which if you compare that to the iPad, it slaughters the iPad, obviously. But you also have to remember, it's running Chrome OS. So, and the iPad's running iPad OS. Now, people say that there isn't a big difference between the two. In my opinion, iPad OS is actually lighter weight than Chrome OS, because Chrome OS is giving you a full version of Chrome, where iPad OS is giving you a full version of Safari, which is a lot less, it requires a lot less processing power than full Chrome. So that is one thing you have to remember, that the iPad feels a lot faster than this thing. This thing feels good. Like, it doesn't feel bad to use, but it definitely isn't as fast as the iPad. Even though they have actually very similar processors, I would say it's nowhere near the iPad in terms of performance. Just doing regular stuff like checking email and all that stuff. One thing I do like about the Lenovo Duet is actually the bezels. The bezels on the screen overall is actually really good. That's also another reason why I think this is actually so popular. As you guys can see, the bezels are actually super thin here. They're a lot thinner than I expected them to be. Like, they're not iPad Pro level bezel thin, but they're also not iPad level thin. I would say it's around the same thickness as the iPad's outside bezels. So if you can put that in perspective, that's around how big this bezel is. It's actually the same size all the way around, at least it looks like that. And it looks actually really, really nice. The bezels are pretty good. It's also extremely lightweight. You can throw this in a bag, whatever. It does look similar to an iPad Pro. Not gonna lie, it does. The camera bump and all that stuff. Speaking of the cameras, do not use them. The cameras are garbage on here, but you probably expected that. It's a $299 tablet, which that gets me into the price tag. The price of this thing, it hurts me a little bit inside to say this. It's a better value than the iPad. If you're just looking at value, what you get for the dollar, this is a better deal. God, my Apple sheep army is gonna be so mad at me, but it's true. I wanna preface this with saying the iPad is better than this, but it's not a better value than this. That's why people are buying this right now. It's not because it's a good tablet, not because it's a good laptop. It's because of the price to what you get for the dollar. This is a better value than the iPad. Yes. But I wouldn't recommend this over the iPad. I would still get the iPad over this. So, hopefully that made sense. Do not buy this unless you know what you're getting yourself into. If you want the maximum per dollar, you don't care about iPad OS, you don't care about Apple, you hate Apple, you're like the Apple sheep killer, whatever you are, then this will be fine. This is a good device. But for people like me who likes Apple, who thinks that the tablets that Apple make are far superior to these, which they kind of are still, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it for people who like Apple and are fine with going with an iPad. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now a full review is coming out next week. Like I said 3 times in this video. I'd like to do that because I like to repeat myself multiple times. But yeah, reviews coming out soon, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.